Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 211. Today what we're talking about is how can we tax the body or get a little bit more benefit out of our recovery weeks. A lot of times we go on these cycles, whether it's Olympic lifting, squatting, you name it. However, we plan in these recovery weeks where we can do some active recovery. Well, how can we tax the body physically, right, but not be hard on the joints and the other tissues? One of the ways we could do that is use body weight type exercises. In this case, we're going to use a squat, and we're going to make the surface at which we squat on less stable. If we can make the surface less stable, we'll add this proprioceptive acuity to the exercise that we're doing. Basically, what we're doing is we're making our body work harder at the same very light exercises. So we're able to tax our body, right, at the same time keep it very light on our muscles and our tissues and our joints. So let me just walk you through a couple of these. There's a couple different ways of making making these surfaces unstable. These are called proprio-pads. If you notice, these first ones that I'm showing have a bunch of dimples on them, right? These dimples are spaced out so that they apply pressure to my feet. When I stand on them, my feet have a lot of sensory receptors in them, right? So it'll give me a lot of feedback. I can go ahead and I can practice my squats. I'm only doing air squats, right? But I have to work just a little bit harder. My feet, my ankles have to stabilize a little bit harder. My legs have to stabilize a little bit more. If I move over to the next step, you're going to notice these are, again, another set of proprio-pads. They look very similar to those, except they're flat and smooth. I tried to say flat and smooth together. Either way, they're flat and smooth, right? So we have to work a little bit harder. We don't get as much input from our feet, right? However, again, we can perform those same exercises if I'm going to practice my squat, right? I just have to work a little bit harder at balancing myself. If I want to move on to the next hardest one, I can use a Bosu ball. Now, this might not be the perfect ideal squat at which we're going to do, but you can notice my feet have to work really hard to stabilize the surface at which I'm doing that squat on, right? So, if I want to get really difficult, flip this sucker around, do upside down Bosu squats. I'm going to put my shoes on for this just so I don't slip. However, you guys can take your socks off if you wanted to and do it like that. And you'll notice how much harder my body has to work to stabilize. Right down here, you can see how that's jostling around a little bit. But I'm still trying to keep the top of my body as quiet as I can. So you can see I can take a relatively light exercise and still make it decently taxing. So the idea is taxing on us, we get some type of workout, but still allows our muscles, our tissues, our ligaments, our joints to recover. So it's just something you guys could throw in. Check it out, see how you guys like it. Until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.